Hi, this is Rene. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Today we're going to talk about how to prepare the hair before the attachment of any technique on hair extensions. So please bear with me. These steps does not endorse any major shampoo or beauty manufacturer. So basically these are hands-on things that you're going to be doing at your salon, at your home. Anybody can do this. So what we're going to do first is detoxify the hair. If you detoxify the hair, that means you are removing any foreign object that is on the hair. On the other hand, you also need to demineralize the hair. There's two processes, but you could do with one step. You could do both demineralization and detoxification. So first of all, the oldest part of the hair is what has the most accumulation of solid materials. These materials, which is solid particles, they need to be removed. These are the things that you'll find on your regular tap water. If you've been washing your hair with regular tap water, you're gonna be finding all these minerals, iron, copper, you name it. You need to remove that with lemon. Same thing as what you do when you remove soap scum from your tile of the bathroom. Now, you get fresh lemons, you're gonna put in a little bit of water and you're gonna soak them. You're gonna really soak the ends of your hair so you can remove all of that. All right, you let it soak for about 15 minutes. The next thing you need to do is that you need to rinse it out with regular water. All right, tap water. Yes, yeah, it's not gonna absorb any water into the hair because you're actually, brought up the pH of the hair to a higher level. So hair at its normal pH is the only way that it can absorb anything. So if you open it up, it's a different higher pH, so it's not really absorbing any water. So don't worry about when you're demineralizing and when you're trying to demineralize and you're worrying about more minerals to come in. Don't worry about that. What you're gonna need to do next is you're gonna need to hydrate the hair. Once you remove all the obstacles for the water to penetrate the hair, you need the perfect hydration method. So you need to use the purest water, which is distilled water. You could find that at any market. Just not purified water, not drinking water. It has to say on the label distilled water. You could also buy a distiller. It's a little bit more expensive. Now, you're gonna buy a gallon of distilled water. You're gonna mix about 4 ounces of your best conditioner. You could buy your most expensive conditioner on the market to mix it in your 1 gallon of distilled water. Once you mix that very well, I recommend use a blender, all right, to have a very perfect substance that you're going to put on your hair. The extra conditioner that we're gonna need is, if it's really expensive, you obviously have the best ingredients. Not necessarily, but you just need a compound mix. You could, mix papaya, with your water to make it a little bit more soapy. If you want to, Savila also, you could do that too. But that's going to be more expensive for you. Anyway, now what you're going to need to do, don't worry about the money. Actually, you're looking to do the best for you. But you need to bring the viscosity of the water so it can actually stay on your hair longer. Okay, so when you put it on, you need to recycle that water also. You put a little container on the bottom so you can actually just save the water that you're pouring on top of your hair. All right. You can put it back on and pour it back on, just save it, and you can use it again and again. Your hair, you have already detoxified your hair, you demineralize it also, with dishwashing shampoo. You could use also detergents to do that. Okay, we're gonna go over the details on that. You just wanna use just a pure formula of cleaning substances, just to clean your hair. There are other organic shampoos that you could also use to try to eliminate as much of artificial ingredients that are being to be deposited on your scalp. You're trying to promote the normal hair growth of your hair. So in order to do that, you need to maintain a normal environment for your hair to grow on. Okay, so Perfect. Any questions, give me a call. 442-8974, area code 818-442-8974. Thank you. Have a good day.